What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with instant analysis again. We're going to talk about the San Antonio Spurs defeating and owning the Bucks tonight in a 93 to 111 victory. The Bucks play very well to me, considering that they didn't have Jrue Holiday, they didn't have Giannis, they didn't have Khris Middleton again. But the Spurs ended up getting this one done early in the first half. 31 to 27 in the first quarter, 23 to 19 in the second quarter, and they finished it in the fourth quarter 28 to 17 when the game was basically over. They just had to ride their way to victory. They shot 50% from the field because most of their shots came from transition. The Bucks missed a lot of shots early, and they punished them to me in transition. They shot 38% from three, which is above average, especially for a team. And they shot 86% from the free throw line, 13 to 15. Didn't have a lot of free throw attempts, but made them when they got there. This is an overall good coaching game by Greg Popovich. Jeremy Sohan has had a solid rookie season. 10 points plus 22 and plus minus. He did have 4 personal fouls, which you don't want to see, but he did still play 30 minutes. He had 2 turnovers, but he had 1 block. He had 2 assists and 7 rebounds total. He shot 2 for 2 for the free throw line, 0 of 2 from the 3-point line, and he was 4 of 7 from the field. Good defensive game. I feel like he was roamy. He was rangy defensively. He kept his hands up. Good verticality and good hands trying to go for the swipes and the steals. Like I said, he did have 1 block tonight, but he did have 4 personal fouls, but he is a rookie. You expect him to make bonehead decisions throughout games as he continued to learn players and how they play and how they like to play. He see it in scouting is one thing, seeing it in scouting, playing against somebody. You can see the height, the speed, and the physicality, something that you can't really teach until you play against a person, and then you get to also see their tendencies and what they like and what they don't like to do. So it's interesting to see what kind of defender he'll be 2 to 3 years from now. I can see him being an all NBA defender early just based off how he played so far defensively as a rookie. Offensively, I'm still curious to see what he's going to do. Is he going to be a mid-range guy, a 3-and-D guy? Is he going to be a guy that's going to be a Draymond Green light? Or will he be more of a Ben Simmons type of player that can rebound, pass, and score frequently or inconsistently or be a streaky scorer? He only took 7 shots. That's why I say that he don't take that many shots per game, but he also never was drafted for his offense. He was drafted more for his defense, kind of like Ben Simmons, just being a well-rounded player, just not great or amazing or elite in any area besides defense. Even though those players are still rare to find, they're still valuable to have, in my personal opinion. Keldon Johnson still their leading scorer. Their game high was 29 for him. For their San Antonio Spurs, he was +7. He also had 2 personal fouls. He had 4 turnovers. He had 1 steal, 2 assists, 2 rebounds total. He also was 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 5 of 8 from three. He was 9 of 17 from the field. This is an overall great game from Keldon defensively and offensively, only getting 2 personal fouls while still having that 1 steal. He did turn the ball over a lot, but he's still learning how to score and how to space the floor at the same time. Just trying to keep that balance of when to score, when to shoot, when to pass is a growing process, is a growing pain process too for Greg Popovich and Keldon, but they've been hard on him, and he has reacted to being one of the best players and one of the most improved players this year. I had him in that category, and I'm really seeing that he's thriving. It's going to be a good chance for him to win that award this season. Jakob Poeltl was dominating that paint. He played 30 minutes. He was 7 of 11 from the field. He didn't attempt a three, but he was 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He did have a double-double, 10 rebounds, 15 points, 3 assists. He also had 4 blocks. He's been one of the best rim-protecting centers in the league, and he showed that again tonight, even against Brook Lopez. He manned the paint in the rebounds, 7 defensive rebounds. 3 of them was offensive, and he also blocked and protected the rim and stymied people at the rim and also kept them out of the paint for the most part. And he only had 3 personal fouls. He was a +9 and plus minus, and he only had 2 turnovers. Jones had 9 points. He was a +8, 2 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 steal. He did have 9 assists, which was huge for them. 5 rebounds, 1 of 1 from the 3-point line, 4 of 7 from the field. He's their point guard. he's still learning the game, still maturing as a decision maker, as a playmaker, and as a scorer. This is a good step forward for Jones. Devin Vassell still trying to improve as a scorer. Didn't shoot the ball well from 3, 2 of 7, but was 9 of 17 from the field. You like to see that. The aggressiveness is something that he needs, and I feel like he did very well and a good job at that tonight. 9 of 17 from the field, 5 rebounds. He also had 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul. He was a plus 22 with 22 points. When you look at the bench, Isaiah Roby didn't really do much. Goose eggs throughout the whole 2 minutes, which ain't that bad because he only played 2 minutes total. Doug McDermott had another solid game off the bench, 10 points. He did have 3 turnovers, unfortunately, but he was a plus 6 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. He also was 2 of 3 from 3, 4 of 7 from the field. Keita Bates-Diop had 0 points all across the board besides 1 rebound. He also was 0 for 1 from the field, 0 1 from 3. Basley, 5 points plus 9 for him. 4 personal fouls, got in foul trouble quickly in 18 minutes. He also had 3 turnovers, 4 blocks, which was great for him. He also had 14 rebounds and 4 assists, which was huge. That's a career high for him, 14 rebounds. 11 of them was defensive, 3 of them was offensive. 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, 2 of 3 for the field, something that you want to continue to see him do as a center and as a backup. They needed one, and I feel like he is a great one, and he gives them some type of 3 and D type of thing, protect the rim and hit the mid range and hit the three type of guy. I want to see more of him in the future. Richardson, 2 of 10. Josh Richardson, 2 of 10 in 23 minutes, 1 of 6 from 3. 2 rebounds. He also was 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul. He was a plus 14 with 7 points. And Romeo Langford from the Celtics, 4 points, -7. He had 3 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 rebound, and 2 of 5 from the field, 0-1 from the 3-point line. Not a terrible or bad game, just a solid game from Langford. Don't really know what to expect out of him in the future. And Hall, 0 points across the board, no attempts, uh, and 1 assist is all that he was able to contribute. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, just lacked offense, just lacked that interior defender that Giannis is and that interior scorer. That would have been the balance breaker in this game. But this is a solid game from the role players. 16 points for Bobby Portis, 12 rebounds, a double-double for him. He was a -7 in plus minus, 2 turnovers, 2 assists, 1 steal. He also was 1 of 4 from 3, 6 of 15 from the field. Not that efficient, but not a terrible game. Jordan Nwora, 3 from 13, really struggled shooting the ball, really took some bad shots. He usually does, but just had a bulk of them tonight, and he couldn't make a 3 besides 1. He was 1 of 4, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He was a -28 because of shot selection, and he only had 8 points total. Brook Lopez, 19 points, was a -17 because of his 5 turnovers and his 4 personal fouls. He also did have 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, which is terrible. You got to have more rebounds than that. If you Brook Lopez, he had a game that his last game he had double digits and rebounds. Tonight couldn't really grab one, stayed on the perimeter too much. They had got him out of that paint and abused him for the San Antonio Spurs. You just can't have that happen if you Brook Lopez. Got to be more of a force and a more of a dominant figure in that paint. They really did miss Giannis tonight because of that. He was 3 of 7 from 3, 6 of 14 from the field, which was decent but not dominant like he's been the last couple games without Giannis. Now they fall to 2-1 without Giannis. Javon Carter, another confidence builder for him. Didn't play well the first 2 weeks to me in the last 2 weeks of the NBA season, but played well with Jrue Holiday being out, with Chris Middleton being out, with Giannis and Pat Connaughton being out. Jrue Holiday, we was the guy that was demanding majority of the attention with Giannis. Now without him, Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis and Javon has stepped up. I feel like Javon has really embraced that role. 7 of 15 from the field, 5 of 3 from the 3-point line, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He also had 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. He had 4 turnovers, which was bad. He also had 3 personal fouls because he was just a little too aggressive defensively. But he was a -5 and plus minus. Marjan Beauchamp, 8 points, negative 24, 1 steal, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. He also was 0 of 6 from three, 4 of 13 from the field. Didn't really shoot that well, didn't really get to the basket as frequently as he would like. Really relied too much on the three. Tried to get a rhythm going, just couldn't get it going tonight. Like I said, he's streaky on the mid range and the three. Is still trying to build his confidence, and his athleticism will come when people respect his jump shot more, and then he'll be able to take more advantage of getting to the basket when the jump shot goes in. People gonna give him the open three because he hasn't shown and proven that he can make it consistently, and that's the biggest problem with him. But he's a rookie, he's young. Him and Jeremy had solid games across the board for rookies, and you expect to see more. Just keep your head up, Marjan. Just keep your head up, and you'll be a champion with the Bucks eventually. Before Giannis leaves, even if it includes retirement, he got to leave the Bucks eventually. 3 points for Maluku. I forgot how to say his name, but the power forward. 104 from the field. Shabi. I don't know how to say that. 104 from the field, 102 from three, 4 rebounds, 3 points. He was a negative two and plus minus. Serge Ibaka had 11 points, 9 rebounds, 2 personal fouls, negative three and plus minus, 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from 3 point, and 4 of 9 from the field. Thanasis finally got some minutes. He had played 6 minutes. He was 0 of 1 from the field, 3 rebounds, -7 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, 0 points. George Hill, 5 points, 1 of 9 from the field, 0 of 5 from three, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He did have 4 assists. And Wesley Matthews had 2 points, 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 5 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 2 blocks for Wesley Matthews, plus four and plus minus, and 1 personal foul. And COVID illness for Grayson Allen. He was another starter that they missed. They needed one more scorer. Grayson Allen could have tipped the balance because Marjan didn't shoot the ball well, but he couldn't play because of COVID. No Pat Connaughton, no Grayson, no Jrue Holiday, no Giannis, no Khris Middleton. Just too many starters, too many important role players missing tonight, and the Spurs took advantage of it. The Spurs needed this W more than the Bucks did. The Bucks had a game to lose. Even when the Bucks lose tonight, they still will have the best record in the NBA because they'll be 10-2. They are now 3-2 away from Pfizer Forum. The Spurs improved to not 6-7 and 3-5 from home. The Bucks shot 32% from the field, 27% from three, and 73% from the free throw line as a team, and that was the game. They just couldn't score from the mid range, couldn't score from three, couldn't get enough consistent offense, couldn't get into a flow, couldn't get into a rhythm, and you can give credit to the San Antonio defense, how they defended, how they played, and how they crowded the paint and forced them to take more perimeter shots, and how they attacked them in the paint and in transition because all the misses that they had, and they was able to pile up an easy early lead and was able to ride that to victory tonight. Other than that, Quinn Wade Basketball Now, sign out analysisplayground.com. I'll also be doing this on YouTube. Also, you can check out my instant analysis coming out later tonight with the Minnesota Memphis Grizzlies game. Will be coming out tonight too. Look out for that. Other than that, Quinn Wade Basketball Now, sign out. Hope you guys enjoy the weekend. See you guys later.